La Ruta de la Paz is a project that springs from the sculptural and intellectual work of Master Jiménez Deredia, extending from Canada to Argentina, through 9 steps echoing the early pre-Columbian civilizations living on the American continent. La Ruta de la Paz is an eco-historical architectural and sculptural project. It involves the intended construction of 9 sites in as many American countries. 9 steps represented by 9 emotional spaces, where to exhibit and to learn, venues for conventions, educational and practical workshops for schools and universities, and places where music, sculpting, astronomy, history, and traditions merge to tell about life from a new point of view, sustaining cultural assets and growth of the local territories. Canada is where the emotional and physical journey starts. It's the symbol of birth steered by the pole star. In the US, the medicine wheel incorporates the human ages, evolving the ancient circular walls formed by stones laid on the earth. The Mexican Canto a la Vida story tells about the genesis of 2 comparative opposites, the myth and the play, as they're described in the sacred Maya book Quiché. The Yucatán work shows 2 bodies, facing one across the other, enticing the overlapping of the 2 main Maya calendars. In Costa Rica, in the heart of the Ruta de la Paz, where the 2 Americas convene, the sculptural project is dominated by a sphere inspired by the very ancient Boruca round stones. The circle hosts the Genesis, correlated by the Orion constellation. Here, an advanced project is in progress that shall foster an integrated development process throughout the territory. In Colombia, the work simulates a large, open-roof temple, celebrating the ancient rituals of the Pueblo Muisca, eliciting the sacred venues and old legends. A tour of Cusco, the navel of the world, is the source that inspired the project Ruta de la Paz. Here the Inca cross, symbol of Genesis of Peru, where the sun rises and changes into a woman. The sculptural project continues over in Chile, with the culture of the ancient Mapuche reinterpreting their round view of time and seasons. Argentina is where the journey ends. One last contemplative and fostering stop that Deredia describes as where water skims the sky, facing south and glimpsing the new north, the remnants of a recent past and the evidence of a brand new future, ready to move on, facing everything with me that I found down the Ruta de la Paz. In this framework, a utopia is becoming true with the Costa Rica project. This project, titled Barco de la Genesi, is made up of an articulated system of service spaces that make the sculptural work lively and vibrant. The Genesis Park also represents an emblem and a focal point for the region of Guanacaste near Corozal Beach. Here, pilot work will be tried out whose symbolic, functional, artistic, communicative, architectural, and constructive contents will be interpreted in terms of sustainable concepts and environmental values, starting from the respect and consideration of the place, and at the same time promoting a strong connection with the local context. Here, the traditional museum evolves into a system of integrated exhibition venues and social places, attracting and encouraging visitors to find the common roots binding men and women to their history. Genesis Park is an unequal chance to reflect on one's own being, accompanied down the path by a translation of the primeval symbols interpreted by the sculptures. Suggestive geometries and shapes of American territories are still there to remind us in the present time of the memories of the past, revealing it in the form of a new, integral vision of the being. The work sets forth the idea of a comprehensive space, yielding a unique combination of a physical space for bodies and a spiritual space for souls. It's a transit and boundary place, a threshold between the natural elements of nature and the metaphysical suggestions of cosmic space. The organic architecture of the building complex has its roots in the powerful nature of Guanacaste, like a tree that must grow step by step in a natural way. The architectural structure is technologically innovative and biosustainable, low power consumption and high environmental compatibility. Again, this integrates perfectly into the territory. In Guanacaste, a new future-oriented pathway is now beginning with the rhythm of time and nature along the Ruta de la Paz, across the multitude of routes and potentials of the American continent.